There he is, so come back before you shoot it.
Is that too high, do you think? I found another.
Looks pretty good. I was trying to get as many people in there as I could.
Yeah.
It's not everybody.
This is the sunset off the
Oh my goodness. Isn't that gorgeous? That back porch is where again?
That is still out.
That is stuff, yes, yes.
And that's not touched up.
Oh man, when was that?
We already have a internet site, Benjamin he talked about Israel and how include Hitlers and Germans and listed as
He's been here 20 years. He used to be the general manager at Brown. So.
And this is some of the history of the struggle that went through
I know her from school.
Okay, I don't know.
She's a deep now.
I mean, should I know Olga? Is this Nova? Oh, okay. We got Nova that's standing at her.
Morning.
How are you?
Good afternoon. You don't have any chance of changing the room or no? Even tens or fives?
Yeah, somebody already made change out of last call.
I used to remember when I was doing the sergeant of arms, I'd always like make sure I had singles and fives. Or I try to. Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you so much.
I tried to remember to change the tweet to one.
Oh, okay.
I don't always. It's hard because last week because we had internet issues.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Is it gonna be running today now?
Appears to be running today.
All right, well, thank you.
And they say, oh, the Israelis are looking for
Everybody was asking another way to
Thank you.
Robin, how are you? Good to the last bite.
Last week, I was hardly in time to get done. Everything.
I got you. I attended a thing about the treasurer position and stuff last time for the district. It was actually pretty good. So they filmed it, or recorded it, so you might want to look at it. But it was talking about DAC-CD and some of the programs. That's what we used to do. Kind of figured. But at any rate, it was pretty good programs. And the one I did on Monday night was actually even more informative. Taught me how to change the positions for the coming year and all that stuff. So anyway, I've been updating things a little bit in there. In case you see some mistakes.
I don't get in there a lot, just
One of the things that it said that we need to be sure to have is by the end of the year, before the middle of June, have our roster up to date. Make sure that we've got anybody that's new or off or dropped. That's just something that.
But it's still, it's listed as support. And he'll get, they'll send us a copy.
Okay. And apparently our bylaws are in there, and there's probably a way to change that.
I haven't talked to him.
Okay. It'll probably be a board decision.
Sorry, y'all talking to me?
If we can fix it, because our bylaws do not have anything about corporate memberships.
Oh, yeah.
The paper in the hospital are corporate.
Are really corporate, but you couldn't just put it in Brandon's place. Rotary membership numbers to Rotary. We did that, although we tried. And
But
then
if
I
we-
got a phone call from Billy Black, and she was just, oh, you can't do it that way. Your bylaws don't say that you have corporate membership. So, they do. There is a chance
Can we, I guess at the next assembly, is that when we,
We can talk about it.
It's a board decision, really.
yeah.
Now, he's been doing training. He's our next
I don't know about that, but
Well,
I feel overtrained.
well, the next board meeting is, I'm sorry. Yeah, so, yeah. I mean, that June, the speaker today, the boys club, he had to move to June 3rd, which is our first, usually when we have the board meeting. But that would come before that anyway.
They could just discuss it and say, do we want to do it, and just follow through.
Yeah.
They want to just throw it from the club.
Yeah, why don't we do that today?
That'd be an easy thing.
And I don't know why anybody would oppose it.
The other thing, they have a thing called district grants that are a $2,000 limit, and the deadline is Saturday for that for next year. I'm going, I didn't know anything about this, and so. Right, but that was a special deal. You have to put in an application, it has to be approved. They've already got 37 grant applications, so everybody's pretty much used to every year getting their $2,000. Which you know, you pay our dues for the about 2250 up every 6 months per Rotarian. So we're paying that in, and that's where that comes back to us. If we apply, if we don't, then another club gets it. So I'm wondering if we ought to try to get an application in on Saturday, if we can figure something out. One of the requirements was that somebody needs to have attended the Zoom meeting back in October. Does anybody know anything about a grant seminar back in October that we might have had a member at?
No, I mean, I certainly wasn't at it. In October of 2020.
Right. That's one of the requirements. I'm just wondering if that's something we could say, hey, we knew nothing about this, or at least I didn't.
Yeah. What about-
Let me show you what it was said, Chuck.
Yeah, I was looking.
They must have a representative grants meeting in our Zoom call on October 22nd, 2020. And the goals must be so, and the responsibilities and the areas where you can apply for. This was the first page of the promoting peace, fighting disease, promoting water, saving mothers and children, supporting education. Those are the categories that you can apply for. It's a $2,000 limit. Told me where to go.
So if you can see on that, I know I just attend a webinar.
We already have.
That's our camera.
Get your seat, hurry, hurry. Good morning, everyone. Or I guess it's afternoon now. So we'll get the meeting started, and we're going to have a guest, I guess, Grace, a guest for Grace, Reverend Mike Willis with the church here. Would you lead us in a moment of prayer?
Sure. Let's pray. Dear Lord, we thank you for the beauty of this day and for this chance for us to gather in this place. And we pray, Lord, that you would give us your spirit so we can be mindful of all of your blessings and help us, Lord, to be a blessing to others. We lift up those in our community who are sick or who are in need of your care, and may we be your hands and feet and your heart in the world. It's in your Son's name that we pray. Amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, go ahead and finish your eating, and we'll get started here in a moment.
So little print, I can't even see.
Okay, so, turn that around so they can start looking at a blank wall. I think our internet connection is okay today.
Here's who's working on that. I checked it, two or three places before I turned it on. Hi, Robin. There he is, Jamie. This comes out like writing one check for their dues plus their happy dollars and stuff. It'd be easier if they were separate. It would be easier if they were separate checks. If it doesn't come out at the end, my total don't last. It's not very much, I'll just put some dollars in there.
Wonderful.
Plus, Marvin Rogers was on there. And he was just on his phone, not I don't think he could
So,
what's Mike's last name?
So he's our official guest. And then Laz is your representative.
Yeah, I just checked. And Richard is busy. I feel like the phone's
You should change it to here, shouldn't you?
Yes.
But he's had enough time down there, so I guess.
Yeah, he's been there. Even before he came here.
I think everybody's done eating, so we want to get started.
Did you eat your lunch, Rick? I'm far away. And I'm
Go ahead and get started. This looks like everybody's, except George. George is and he's not sharing, so when Richard's got a little bit. Okay. All right. Well, welcome. We've got a great crowd here today. We have some guests with us today. We have Reverend Poulos, who said grace for us today. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for, once again, allowing us to use the facility here. We're very appreciative of that.
Our privilege to make this space available.
Sure. We need to start talking about coming back and having lunches here. And see when we can start doing that again instead of doing the brown bagging it. We'll get started back on that. And then, not a guest, but first time here, Laz Aguayo, okay. Welcome, he's representing the paper, and I don't know if you want to stand up and introduce yourself and tell them what you do with the paper.
Nothing like being put on the spot.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Laz Aguayo with the Mitchell News Journal. I know some of the folks in the room. I've lived out here for 28 years. I used to be the general manager of Mike Brown for Subaru before they shut down. And I'm part of the paper. I handle their advertising, marketing, social media. And I hope to become a regular to learn more and help in any way that I can to get you guys some publicity and get more members in here and just watch the thing grow if we can. That's my goal.
Great.
Singing our song. Yeah, no, thank you very much. That is a subject we want to, cover here in a little bit, the membership and so forth. So thank you. And then while it's not a guest, but we're welcoming Ruby back. Thank you for being here. And then George, not on Zoom anymore, here in the flesh. Yeah, welcome back. And who else is, well, Richard was last week. So am I missing anybody that's new that hadn't been in? Oh, Floyd.
Floyd's back.
But we see you all the time, so I'm sorry. Yeah.
I was on vacation, my first vacation in 2 years, so that's why I missed the first meetings.
Okay. You have to do show and tell.
I just about knocked the camera over. I don't know what
That's
that
okay.
view will be.
That's okay. All right, well, let's start with the happy dollars then. Okay.
You have
Yes.
your lunch, Robin?
Oh, I do, sorry.
Who's happy?
Yeah. I think we have one right away back there.
Oh, all right.
You know me today.
Happy Tuesday, I celebrated 8 decades of blessings.
Ah.
You need a water.
I wasn't gonna do one for every year.
Okay, Floyd.
Was that one for every
I'm glad to be
decade?
back in person, and also glad I got to take a vacation.
Where was it? Where was your vacation?
Yeah.
Where was it?
Mexico.
How you see folks in fresh?
No, we didn't. We stayed pretty much in the resort.
Okay.
And I
$1 for Ruby being back.
Wow. Marvin, you have one?
Yeah, I'm glad to have a representative from the newspaper, and I've known Laz for a lot of years, he's a great guy.
Good.
We're gonna do well there.
We sure do miss Mike Brown too, Bert.
Yes, we
Awesome
do.
deal this year.
I have a Subaru
Very
that I
good.
bought that.
Very good, thank you.
Yeah,
George?
it's
Yeah.
11 years
I don't
old.
know if it's a happy dollar, but I should announce that Catherine and I are gonna be moving to Charlotte.
Whoa. That's a sad note.
That's a sad dollar.
And depending on the sale of the house, but anyway, there's construction underway in Charlotte, supposed to be ready by the end of the year. So that'd probably be the latest we'll be moving, and depending on the sale of the house, it might be sooner.
And George, most of the time people do the opposite.
Yeah.
They come from Charlotte here. This is unusual.
Well, actually, I did the Charlotte here, and now I'm doing the back.
We're real miss you.
We don't have any children, so we're going into one of those planned retirement communities, so it just seems to be a wise decision while we're still young and healthy. We're gonna certainly.
We'll stay with you when we go to Panthers game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All of us.
We have your cell number.
And Glenn?
I have two. One of them's a sad dollar for what George just announced.
Yeah.
And then another one, happy dollar, that Jay and I are actually here together.
Y'all be keeping social distance. Is that what I have? And we're gonna do something else. We haven't done this in a while, and some of you may not know it because it's been so long. But if you don't have a rotary pin on you right now, ante up a dollar.
Oh.
We're gonna make some money. If you got your rotary pin, you're okay. But if you don't, it's gonna cost you $1.
Well, Bill Parsons got his name.
Hey, man.
It's right over there.
Remember, if you want to do, if you don't want to do this, wear your pin.
Mine is on my name tag.
If it's on your name tag, it's usually a good thing.
That's why I put it on there.
Is your pin on there? Well, you're good. Anybody else? Okay, everybody else got their pins?
Have you accumulated enough for change?
Yes. Yes, make your own change.
Customer service.
I'm still collecting.
That's why I put mine on my name tag.
Just remember the camera's room.
I
Yes.
think that's about it.
No, I got one with you.
Watching over.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, it takes a lot.
Close
to do
enough.
all
You're one
once.
short, but I'll owe you that for next week.
Okay, thanks. Okay.
Well, I needed one, so thank you, Alex.
You're welcome.
What about any club announcements?
I have one.
All right.
We got a thank you note from Ariel Gilpin, who is one of the scholarship recipients. I wanted to write to tell you how truly thankful I am to be awarded the Spruce Pine Rotary Club Scholarship. It is such an honor to be chosen for this, and with your help, I am excited to further my education and follow my passion of psychology. This scholarship will help me focus on my studies and allow me to follow my dreams without as much of a financial burden that comes with it. Thank you again for this wonderful opportunity. I could not be more honored. Sincerely, Ariel Gilpin. No, I need to find out so I can send her a check. Mason is going to mail them, so I've got that, but I don't have hers.
And we need to tell her to keep us in mind, because by the time she gets out of that one, we'll be looking for a psychiatrist. I meant that when. I need one now. That's right. Any other announcements? Yes, sir.
Well, I want to thank everybody for considerations that you contributed in honor of Judy.
Yes.
I really appreciate that. And I have $1 to say, those of you who missed the opportunity through all the television or video, now's a good time to get even.
Well, you know, we had such a good time on Zoom because we said, yeah, just put $5 in card cards, and we can't do that anymore, but I'll start it again. We need to keep that up.
Yeah, we had a larger than usual annual contribution to CART this year.
Yeah, how much was
It was 1,000 and something. It was over $1,000. And
Yeah.
plus that. That doesn't count the special contributions in honor of Judy. So, yeah, it was 20, I don't know,
The total
$2,800 on, you know,
Yeah,
which is
it was $1,600 for Judy.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So it was our largest ever.
any other announcements? I think we can spin the wheel then.
Anybody need to purchase a wheel ticket or a wheel chip?
A chip. $240.
Yeah, and
Okay,
we
here
didn't
we
get,
go.
oh, you got it.
Like you didn't know we were gambling in your church. 29.
Okay. Well, he hasn't given it to me yet, so I don't know how much it is.
Yeah. But he used it for all the change in the day.
Well, no, the Happy Dollars is the change.
Oh, okay.
You got
It's over there.
Oh,
In the back.
In the bucket.
All right. Unfortunately, our program today has had to move to June 3rd. So the Big Brothers and Sisters program is going to be on June 3rd. And so we're without a program date, but I did want to discuss that and talk about future programs and what we might want to do. One thing I was thinking about when I found out yesterday that he wasn't going to be able to make it today. A lot of y'all had asked and mentioned maybe something about the Dubai trip that I've taken, interest on that. Well, I don't want to travel log with the slideshow and everything. But my daughter, who I traveled to Dubai, is coming home in a few weeks. And I thought maybe y'all would be interested, I could bring her in and we could do it, between her, obviously being living there for 3 years, we could show the pictures and stuff out of Dubai, but also she could answer the questions a little bit easier, if that'd be of interest to you.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's really a unique place, quite interesting, so I think you might enjoy that. But then otherwise, still looking for ideas of programs regarding what's going on in the area, and anybody have any suggestions?
Put Lance on the spot, and he can tell us about the newspaper today.
Yeah, we can do that, yeah.
Susan Larson has notified me a couple times that she'd like to have a program on search.
Yes, thank you, yeah. We definitely want search.
Also, I would suggest that Chuck, and Bing Crosby hasn't been here in a long time. We encourage him to come back and do a program on the stock market.
Before he falls.
Yeah.
Quick.
Yeah, quick. No, that'd be a great one, yeah, on the best time.
Yeah.
We have a new county manager that hasn't been before us, and Spruce Pine has a new town manager. So there's two possibilities that.
Excellent. Yeah, see what's happening on that.
I got a request for email today from Deborah Slagle with Operation Christmas Child who wants to come and speak.
Yes, and that has been forwarded on, but we don't have a phone number.
I do.
Oh, okay.
It's 828-367-1230.
Great. Yeah, I'll give her a call now. Thank you. That's wonderful.
Good question.
Any other, these are great ideas.
What about the program we usually have at Calvin's? Are we still doing that? Are we still on for that? Is that still gonna happen? Wasn't that in July?
No.
It's June 24th.
We usually go to Calvin's in October, but we have a banquet when we transfer club leadership in
We haven't.
first end of June. So we talked about that last week a little bit.
We just need to
I don't know
find a place.
where we would do it this year, if we did it.
What's that, Calvin's or the June 24th?
Calvin's.
Okay.
Yeah, and the June 24th.
Yeah, well, we're having it out. Did we decide while he was gone last week that we're having that meeting?
Oh, that's right.
I was gonna suggest that summer, and we talked about taking the whole club out on the boats.
Oh.
To have it down there, we could ask Janie if the restaurant would let us have that little meeting room they have.
Oh, yeah.
We could have it there and they may cater it. I'll ask.
Do, because I don't know anybody, and we don't know anybody there yet. We'll be at that homeowners, but that's still a couple of weeks away. So.
And we'll have 3 pontoon boats and we can take the whole club out on the cruise.
Well,
It'd be awesome.
not yet. Ours
Yours will be in there by then.
Maybe.
What are the dates you're talking about? The June one or the?
A June one?
Okay.
Gilligan's Island.
Or we, what date is that? What is that?
24th.
That's the end of June.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One day of the weekend.
We're waiting for power.
Thursday.
We usually do it.
We'll talk to you.
Okay. Just a suggestion and I'll check on it.
Great, look into it. Did you have any contact with, the orchard about the 24th?
No, have not. We need to check.
So if we go to
So
the
you
lake,
ready
we
for us, Bill,
won't have to
on
do
the
that.
24th?
On the 24th.
Okay. Will that work for you?
I think so.
Okay.
I'll let you know in a day
Well,
if it doesn't.
Alex was just talking about going to the lake on the 24th.
Yeah,
That's the alternative.
Yeah.
Okay,
so we'll see what happens.
Whichever
You gotta
works.
check on that also. So we'll let
Okay.
people know, at the next meeting, what the plan, I'll give us a month.
yeah, that'd be great. Oh, there's that.
And then, a couple other things, we have a Rotary grant that, became aware of that we hadn't applied for, but we have until this Saturday to apply for. It's a $2,000 Rotary grant. And one of the requirements is if one of our members attended a grant management Zoom meeting back in October of 2020. It was on October 22nd of 2020. Per chance, did anybody nothing to do on that day and attended that grant? So we're going, Margaret's going to call and see if we can get a waiver of that requirement since we weren't aware
How
of
about
it.
if it were recorded and you could watch the recording?
Didn't indicate in the papers, but maybe that's an option too. We certainly can do that.
I'll use that as an appeal.
Most Zooms are, right? But everything's recorded.
Anybody have a suggestion of what we could use the $2,000 for? I was thinking maybe we could, buy equipment for the barbecue festival, or, if we had an organization with, was it Neighbors Feeding Neighbors, can always use money. So there's lots of things that we could consider. Reed?
Maybe we could kick in some more and add to the gardening program that apparently is off to a good start.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
There's a program that policemen do at Christmas time. They take the kids shopping, I think.
Shop with the cop.
Shop with the cop.
Yeah. I know other people who have done it, and really, it's just a home run to see that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Several of us have done.
along those lines, if we're having that program, what was it, Christmas with a kid, what is it, the program that's coming up?
Oh, Operation Christmas.
Yes, we might want to do something with that.
Mm-hmm.
Which will be appealing to us.
The categories that they list are promoting peace, fighting disease, promoting clean water and sanitation, saving mothers and children, supporting education, growing local economies, environment, and COVID-19. So she can put her own category, I think, in there.
Yeah.
That's, I think there's like 50-some clubs in the district, and there's already got 37 applications. So if we're gonna do this, we need to, this is how we get some of our dues back from the district. So it'd be good to apply.
Mm-hmm. I think the mothers and children, what we've been talking about here would be the one that probably would be the most apt. I think we're kind of COVID-19 out, and I don't think there's anything else we need to do for that.
That would be $1.
And the Deborah Slagle, what she was wanting to talk to us about is the help with the program with the children's shoeboxes. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but that's another Christmas time program.
It's Operation Christmas Child.
Is it? Okay.
I was thinking maybe we could bribe Colette to come back and cook for us.
She's seriously considering it. She needs a helper.
We could buy one for $2,000.
Rent one.
Probably the proper term, right?
You've got somebody in mind, I'm sure you should.
Yeah, does anybody have anybody in mind that might want to help? Colette?
Not off the top of my head, but maybe check with some of the restaurants and some of the nighttime workers, may want to work.
Yeah.
That can't get enough help.
Yeah, well, nobody can get them.
No. So.
Mexico, you get up to $4 a day.
All you need there.
India's an all.
Inflation.
One other thing that we wanted to talk about is that, and we're certainly appreciative of you being here, representing the paper. And the paper, Brandon had been with us for a number of years. And really the paper, it was a paper, and who was the other one?
Cindy Lindsay.
The hospital.
The hospital and probably the school system.
And the school system, need to be corporate memberships as opposed to individual memberships. And our bylaws do not call for that or do not allow for that. And so we would need to have a board meeting, which we will have beginning next month, and board can vote on that. But I think as a group, we want to get the group's, approval or input on what you think about allowing corporate memberships. So in a situation like, yes, you can join us instead of individually. We just, the paper can be have a member, so if things change, and then same with the hospital and so forth. So any thoughts on that? Any opposition to allowing corporate memberships? This is something that other Rotary clubs do allow and do have.
You can also send other people to the meeting that work there. If you want to send one of the employees or reporters or anyone, you can send those instead of the membership.
It's pretty fair to corporation, because if people are gonna lose their job, and then they pay the membership, or the corporation's really paid it, and now they can't put someone in that person's place, it's still unfair to ask them to pay again for somebody.
It is, yeah.
Can I make a move to approve that we do that? A motion?
I think that sounds good. Any discussion? I don't know if I'm going the right order. All in favor? Any opposed? Okay, we'll make a move at the board meeting and get that done then. Yeah, I was just thinking that the clinic probably should have that also. There's Imports Corporation, like you were talking about, yeah. Makes more sense that way. And then we're more likely to have more active attendance from those groups. All right, we also have a dark sky. Of course, that's on the 31st. Is it still the 31st? So that's Memorial Day, Monday night. Memorial Day is the next opportunity, clouds willing, to go to a dark sky. There's a room for 18. And right now, I think we're only about 8 or 10 that have.
We had 18 by last
Oh,
Monday.
do we have 18?
Yeah.
Oh,
If they all remember who they are.
Yeah.
Does this include the previous time that was canceled?
Yeah.
I won't be here, so
Oh, okay.
take me off.
Take you off, sorry.
So that leaves 16.
Me too, actually.
Yeah.
This will be our 4th attempt.
Yes.
To get this done.
Yeah. I so hope it works. I'm anxious to see what that's like. So we have that. And then the other thing, I guess, getting back, if you want to bring us up to speed, what's happening after the paper? I mean, you're joined us recently. And,
Sure.
yeah, go right ahead.
Stand up here?
Sure, yeah. Wherever you come up here and have a podium if you want to.
Well, I don't want to bump you up.
No.
I just got here. Hello, everyone, again, my name's Laz Guayo, and I've lived out here for 28 years. Let's talk about the paper. We are trying, some of the things that we're trying to do is, and we've always tried to do this, I'm sure, long before I got there, some of the changes, to help the community as much as we can. I can tell by looking around, there's a lot of successful folks in this room, and a lot of great minds in this room, and that's awesome. But some of the businesses in our areas are all struggling, trying to get folks in here to spend money and on and on and on. And since I've gotten there with the help of the paper and some others, our goal is in addition to not just placing ads in the paper, but helping folks with their marketing. A lot of the stuff that I do is for free. Facebook, Instagram, a lot of the things that we know a little bit about, we can help with that. Anything to get the businesses to make more money, to be more profitable so they can survive. And any ideas that any of you have that have been here longer than I have, please pass those on. But that is our goal. To help the community as much as we can. We worked yesterday, we had a luncheon for the, actually Fortner Insurance did for the police officers. And it's on our Facebook page. If you don't have Facebook, get someone that does and go to the Mitchell page, and you'll see some really great stories. We used to put stories on there that were just newspaper stories. And that's okay, but I think folks like to hear about what's happening in the community, what's happening at the orchard. That type of stuff. That's what I want to see. I want to see how my neighbors are doing
And if they need help or that type of stuff, not just the usual that, we had a car wreck or somebody got arrested and that type of stuff. So we're changing how we do that, not only in our paper, but also in our social media to prevent happy stories. I mean, there's just not enough happiness anymore. My gosh, turn the news on and it's just, ooh. So we're trying to change it a little bit at a time and at the paper, along with getting ideas and input. It's great being in this room and I'm getting goosebumps because I know that I'm going to get some great ideas from the folks here. We don't claim to know everything, guys. Any help or ideas that you have, no matter how crazy they are, please pass them on to me. I mean, the worst case is we don't implement them, but we're open to suggestions as to what else we can do to help the community besides sell ads and have a paper. And by the way, we are looking to add a reporter. So if you know anyone with journalistic skills that can write a story, can handle a camera, please send them my way or talk to Corey, our editor. It's a great place to work. And it's a great place to, for someone right out of school that's looking for that great first job. It really is a great place to work and everything. But that's our goal at the paper, the ads and stuff. Hopefully you'll all read the paper, and there's some free samples here, so take them. You don't have to leave a buck. But our ads and everything else, and our stories and the color and everything over the last two or 3 months has really gotten better. Because I've had the paper for, I guess, the 28 years I've lived in paper. It's always been a great paper. We're really trying to make it better and more focus on the community. Not that we didn't have that before, but that's our focus for this year. And that's really all I have.
Yeah, appreciate it. We're very, very appreciative of the paper. I know in the past, as we mentioned, whenever we had the guests, we would always take a picture and we send it to the paper and put it in there. So
I remember seeing that.
we were getting the good publicity. Obviously, with the Zoom meetings, we didn't have that.
Yeah, it's hard to do that, but and as I said, anything that I can do to help the Rotary, to get
Maybe we
people
should take a
excited.
picture of us in front of this. Will you get your own picture in the paper?
That's
And then it'll cost you $1
next
next week.
I'm sorry?
Then it'll cost him $1.
That's right.
I don't get the money thing, but I know someone will explain it to me. So.
The happy dollar,
How does that
if it's your birthday, you're expected to do the happy dollar and anniversary.
Or if you
And then if
pictures
you
in
had
the
a
paper.
picture in the paper,
Oh.
so then you're supposed to do $1.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you keep getting our pictures in the paper and the club just gets better off.
Okay, well, I plan to do my part. It's my first meeting. I've heard through the years nothing but great things about the Rotary Club, and I've known Dr. Martin for a long time. Great family, great history, and I know if he's part of this, it's got to be a special group. So thank you for letting me, come and visit, and I hope not to miss too many meetings. Thank you all, and God bless.
Thank you.
Rachel was in this club for many years.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. Well, good to know. Good to know.
And one thing I would mention is, I'm on the chamber and you talk about businesses and bringing in business to the chamber. There's a little concerning thing going on with the county, talking about defunding the visitor center at the Blue Ridge Parkway. I don't know if people know about that. The county has voted, county commissioners had voted to defund that, to not fund this $43,000 a year for they don't pay any rent there. The Park Service allows them to have that corner back there and all the brochures for basically free, but they have to pay salaries, and so the county said they're no longer going to fund that. Now they're asking them to relook at that and to reconsider it, and a formal request by the chamber has been made for that. But yeah, that's the gateway into our county.
Something about that.
I'm sorry?
If I can mention something.
Oh, please,
about
please.
That is the only, that is the only place in the National Park Service that is shared with the Chamber of Commerce in the whole system. So that opportunity is not available anywhere else in the country. For us to give that up is a mistake.
Yeah.
There are lots of people come in and ask, what restaurant can I go to?
Yeah.
Where's the Walmart? Where's a fruit stand? All those people camping at Meriden Campground. Many thousands of people come in there, and we just pay somebody to co-manage that spot. And Bill knows about it a lot too. That would be a huge mistake.
Yeah, like to think that it was just lack of enough information, by the county commissioners in making that decision, but, yeah, so if you have any say or can reach out to the commissioners and let them know your opinion on that, but I think it is a huge, mover of traffic into the county from the Parkway. Yes, sir.
I'm gonna say, the occupancy tax that, each county, collects
Yeah.
from the hotels and Airbnbs and the cabin rental and all that, that's supposed to go towards enhancing tourism. So where are they spending that money if they're not doing that?
Yeah, now, those funds, it does come into the chamber, and I don't want to misspeak because I don't know all the numbers, but according to Patty, I think it's less than 10,000 coming in on that, and they're using it for other purposes. The chamber's using it for other purposes. But
That's terribly low. I mean, Yancey County, when I was there, we were pulling in $30,000 a year, and that was before we started hitting the Airbnbs.
I don't think our county aggressively pursues that.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying, apparently it's very low because we were in that same position. And then we brought it to the attention of the right people that y'all aren't collecting. You gotta be collecting. So, anyway.
But then again, we don't have too many hotels here, do we?
No, but we have lots of Airbnb.
Yeah.
A lot of Airbnb, a lot of cabin rental, and you're gonna have another hotel coming up. So,
Can I ask you a question on the same lines? Yeah. I heard from a few people that there's a push in Spruce Pine to push out the alcohol, for lack of a better term.
To do away with it?
Oh. That there are people who are trying to develop parts of Spruce Pine, and there have been alcohol, I guess, what do you call it, permits allowed in those properties. But when new people are coming in to do, a next round, the restaurant goes out of business, somebody wants to come in, there's a huge push to not allow them to have alcohol in those buildings. Has anybody seen or heard?
I haven't heard any of that.
I mean.
I don't know who they are, I just, you're trying to get people to spend money and redevelop the downtown area. I'm kind of surprised that they're trying to eliminate that.
I've not heard anything about that.
I've not heard anything either. I know that the beer locks and, that's down the road from us, they recently moved in and they got a liquor license. That's how they're surviving. It's all microbreweries.
The Tokyo place apparently is a few feet too close to a church nearby. So they've got alcohol there, people who rebuilt it, and now they're saying.
There's not, that church isn't in that building anymore.
Oh, that's not, the church doesn't occupy the church?
No, they're downtown.
No, but the Tokyo place that was in Upper Street on Spruce Pine.
Yeah. I was thinking they moved out to the shopping center.
Right.
And now they.
Their old place, apparently, they're trying to redevelop, and there's been kind of a push to not allow the alcohol in, which, I don't know if anybody heard anything about that.
Isn't that the one that's being, promoted by economic development?
Yeah, I believe so.
That's the one Dave Wiley tried to buy for Rotary.
Yeah. So, I mean, that may be what you're talking about, it may be an issue because of the government's involvement, and maybe sensitive to that. But that would be the absolute, you might really pull out the gun and shoot yourself if you get rid of the alcohol.
Yeah.
You want to talk about a ghost town.
Lock it down.
You're going to see a ghost town.
Yeah, sure. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Anything else for discussion? Anything else on, we're talking about pins. I'll leave these back there since this is one of our first meetings at the training last year. These pins, but then we stopped having meetings. So there's a magnetic pin and then there's a punch pin, whatever your preference. And so it's for the program last year, for the emphasis is Rotary opening opportunities. So it's set of 3 doors in the Rotary colors. And so please take these, and then you want to, I guess if you have this, will we have to give you $1 still?
That'll work.
That'll work, okay. So here, this is your $1 saver for for next time. So I'll put it back there.
How much are they?
They're free.
I figured you would catch. Yeah, you could offer those at the beginning of the meeting.
Yeah, well, now, actually, these are $1 each. Well, no, but you only pay one time. So that's the deal. I should have done that, shouldn't I? Okay. All right, well, do we want to do the cards?
Yep.
Everybody bought a ticket?
Yeah.
You got the cards?
No, they're back there.
Oh, they're up here.
And the money's back there too. You can get back to me.
Anybody else want an opportunity?
Is it true?
Okay. We'll get the pastor to draw. We know he's on it.
Yeah.
About Ray. You do know about it. Just pick one out of there. You don't know Ray's on it.
There's something about it that's not right. I don't know what it is.
And read out the number, the last four numbers.
3045.
Way to go, Richard.
Connection there.
Yeah, very, very
Illusion,
chicken.
illusion.
And the winner is.
This one's winking at me right here.
Is it?
Ah, wrong color.
You're an
It's
ace.
an ace anyway.
You should get something.
No, you ought to get a nickel or something.
Add on the back.
You gotta have a card.
All right, well,
What did you mean? Ace of spades. No cigar.
all right, well, do we want to close with the four-way test? Things we say. Marvin, do you want to lead us on that, the four-way test?
Okay, sure.
Thank you.
The things that we think, say, and do. First, is it the truth?
Truth.
Is
Is
it
fair to all concerned.
Will
Will
it
build goodwill and better
friendships?
friendships. Will it be beneficial to all concerned.
That's a whole lot better than what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least it's together.
Thank you, Alan.